What's up everyone, welcome to video 1 of the E30 series. Today, first thing we're going to do is try to get the hardest thing out of the way, in my opinion, and the worst thing, and that's getting the title sorted out because I do not have the title at the moment, so we have to go to my favorite place, which is the DMV. Now, since we're going to the DMV, which in my opinion is the most miserable place in the world, we're going to at least take something fun. Let's hop on the 911. Key on the left side gets me every time. Now the story with the title is the car, so I bought it in North Carolina where I live, but the car was registered in Connecticut, and what I learned is Connecticut has a funny thing with old cars where if the car is older than 20 years old, they don't issue a title for the car. So like the car literally doesn't have a title. But to my understanding, if I go there and show them a filled out title application, the odometer disclosure, all these forms that I've printed off and filled out properly, as well as the old registration from Connecticut, they should issue me a title. But, you know, generally, at least in my experience, how things go at the DMV is not according to plan because the DMV gods are just terrible. And, you know, it's like you're missing one tiny little thing or something's not filled out right. And, you know, you wait in line 20 minutes, you have to go back home, try it again the next day. This car is so easy to rev match in. That's probably my favorite thing. That's too much fun. Can't be doing that. That's why I have so many speeding tickets. You can't do that. Now, it's usually pretty normal for me to save the worst and hardest things for last. But if I'm not able to get a title for this car, you know, a car without a title is essentially a very large paperweight. So there'd be no point to ordering any parts or putting any time or money into it. So that's why I'm going to go ahead and knock this out first. You know, and it's always kind of a rewarding feeling, just getting the shitty part over with, and then we can have some fun. All right, guys, and we have arrived at the gates of, DMV. Oh, it looks pretty packed. Can't even get in. Jesus. All right, running in. I'll save you guys the painstaking time of going in there, and I'll be right back.
2 hours later.
Guys, we were so close. We were so close. I had almost everything I needed. The only thing I was missing was on the bill of sale, and I went to the bank today, which is what's frustrating, to get something else notarized. I didn't get that notarized, but everything else she said was good. She said she had done Connecticut titles or lack thereof before, so I'll have to get that notarized at the bank. It's too late today and come back tomorrow. So that's a bummer, but I'm not totally disappointed because now I know I can at least get one once I have that last thing we need. So back to the garage.
What tomorrow?
All right, guys, there's been a little bit of a change of plans. I decided to go drive her around a little bit, and she started getting low in brake fluid because the clutch pedal started sinking to the ground. So we stopped here at Major Shop to get some brake fluid, and there just happens to be outside a rather large empty parking lot, and it happens to have just rained as well. And he's got his 330, so let's see what we can do here. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, yes. Heck yeah. back in the E30. Let's see what she will do. Now that we've got some brake fluid, as long as we can keep our clutch pedal pressurized.
What he may not have told you is that this car actually has a very leaky clutch pedal. Slips a good bit.
It did first alright though.
Yeah, it was ripping. It smells like fireworks.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
You hear that loud whining? That's the
This?
Yeah, that's the fuel pump about to die.
Yeah.
Got some masking tape on there so she doesn't leak. I think she did.
Hey, but the interior fresh though.
I think she did well.
We got that going for us.
Alright guys, so good and bad news. The good news is I made it back home. The bad news is the car did not make it back to the garage. Made it very close actually. So we did a few more slides and kind of went to an industrial area, and I just kept clutch kicking it, and every time it would just get worse and worse. The pedal, like, it would just go to the floor, like, so it's blowing out fluid somewhere underneath it. And so I was trying to like clutchless shift all the way home, and finally, as soon as I pulled down the driveway and then I like put it in reverse to back in the garage, the pedal just went to the floor, and that was it. No more pressure. So at least we made it to the driveway, but it is stuck outside. So that'll probably be the most immediate thing going on the parts list, is maybe a clutch line and a slave cylinder. I also figured out, because it's been sitting in the garage for a while, she's got quite some oil leaks. That's all oil. That's from power steering. That's probably gear oil or something. So yeah, we need to stop. I need to stop driving it, just get some parts. The clutch is still slipping a little bit, so maybe I'll make a big parts order of just clutch related items. But other than that though, I mean, it ran really good. Said hello to the rev limiter a few times. It's got some vibrations, some weird stuff in the steering. But for the meantime, we'll go ahead and get the clutch working. So I hope that was somewhat enjoyable. You can look forward to the next episode with the E30, and we'll see you next time.